Hey everyone, Dream here. Welcome to or back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking into what your person thinks you think about them. So hopefully that does not get too confusing. We have three piles over here, pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. For pile number 1, we have citrine. Pile number 2, we have turquoise, I think. Pile number 3, we have amethyst. So I'll give you guys a moment, see which pile you feel most drawn to. And after you're done choosing your pile, you can always scroll down to the comment section below or description box to find your timestamp that's going to link you to your personal reading. So without further ado, let's get into this. Hey group 1, if you guys chose citrine, then welcome to your reading. So let's get right into this. And we're going to be obviously talking about what your person thinks you think about them. Hopefully that does not get too confusing. And you guys have here the Three of Pentacles, the King of Cups, Page of Wands in reverse. You have Strength, you have Ace of Cups, the Star, Six of Pentacles in reverse, and Nine of Wands. Okay. So as usual, before we get into this, we have here Leo, Aquarius, actually very big on the fire signs. Here today we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aquarius. When it comes to Earth, I feel like if anything, your person may be it's like it's somewhere in their charts. And obviously this could be any sign. This is general, so let's get into this. What your person thinks you think about them. So, okay, I see here the King of Cups and the Ace of Cups, but then I see here the Six of Pentacles in reverse. See, this is not selling me the whole, like, this is one-sided. I do believe that, like, whatever is happening here, there's emotions on both parts. What this is telling me, if anything, I just feel like one of you is holding back. And I'm leaning here towards your person being the one who's holding back, because on your part that may be creating a lot of, confusion and loss. And there are things that your person is not fully expressing, while on the other hand, I feel like you may be like very out there. You are very expressive. You tell them what you want. You tell them how you feel, but there's something here that is not being given back. And that doesn't also have to just be talking about emotions. That could be talking about anything else. I'm just saying, like, from the looks of it, this is not, convincing me that whatever is happening here is one-sided. I do believe that it's on both sides, except one of you is holding back. Because see, I'm looking at this whole side of the reading and it looks very positive. It looks very promising. I feel like this person we're talking about, whenever you're with them, and I feel like this is something they already know or they feel coming from you. They know that, first of all, you may have feelings for them. They know that whenever you guys are together, you kind of end up leaving each other with that sense of hominess, feeling secure, feeling like, oh my God, this person really gets me, or me and this person feel not only compatible, but we really get along. We have, a lot of similar thoughts. We can really hold a conversation or anything of that sort. So there's something about you that comes off like very comfy whenever you guys are together. And I feel like that is something your person directly senses from you. So that's very positive on this side. But then you come to this side of the reading here, and then you have the Page of Wands in reverse, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Nine of Wands, strength. See, with strength here and the Six of Pentacles, what I'm getting from this is that, like I said earlier, I feel like there's a lot of maybe possible emotions coming from both sides here, but one of you may be holding back. And again, I'm leaning towards that being your person. If you feel like that is you, feel free to reverse this whole reading. Still applies. So with the Six of Pentacles, whoever here, you like, when your person is holding back, I feel like they kind of know that you're looking at them as someone who's maybe lacking in direction. They feel like you're very confused. It's like, okay, you know what you want, you're being expressive, you're putting yourself out there, you're showing, or you're doing all that you can when it comes to this person, but then why are you not reciprocating that? Why are you not acting on that? Why are you not showing me anything? Like, what is this? What is going on? Do you have feelings for me? Do you not have feelings for me? Like, what do you want basically here? So with strength here and the Six of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like what this is doing is that there is a sense of like When somebody here expresses their full emotions, when somebody here is being very, open, while the other is holding back a lot, I feel like that creates a sense of vulnerability. And in this case, if your person is the one who's holding back, that could be making you look very vulnerable in a way that also gives your person a sense of power over you. Now that I know that you have feelings for me, and I'm not giving you anything in return. Or again, that doesn't have to be in terms of feelings, but basically, you like them looking at you, I feel like they know that you have loving intentions towards them, but then maybe they're not giving that back. And so I feel like in this case that you're coming off as maybe vulnerable, as maybe weaker. So as a comeback, or as a way to kind of, your reaction towards what they're doing, I feel is you putting up a wall between you two, you creating some sort of, distance. I'm not comfortable staying in this position, so I'm going to put a wall up to kind of defend myself, to kind of protect myself, and, until I know, or I'm sure where this is headed. So I feel like they kind of know that you're holding back, or you're putting up a wall, but they also understand that's mostly or mainly due to their actions, because there's something that they're not giving you, or there's something on their part that is very lacking, that is putting you in a position that you don't feel very comfortable or safe, or both, I want to say here. And again, group one, you can always, reverse this if you are the one who's holding back. I feel like your person may look at you as someone who does not maybe take them serious. Maybe you're keeping your options open, you're not very expressive, knowing very well that they have feelings for you, and so on and so forth. You know how this goes, just to reverse everything. But basically here, there's a lot of, or especially here with the Page of Wands and the Six of Pentacles both being reversed, there's a big imbalance. And so for that to kind of protect oneself, some a wall or some distance or something has to be put in between you two. And that's like at the same time, I feel like is kind of sad. But with the Three of Pentacles here and the Nine of Wands, I will say from both parts, I'm not getting that energy or sense of, giving up, because this is talking about teamwork. This is talking about, the Nine of Wands is, yes, like this is representative of a wall, but at the same time, it's like I'm not giving up. I'm tired, I'm exhausted, but I'm not giving up. But this is just my way of kind of protecting myself, if that makes sense. So that's that. Let's further clarify and see what else we can get from this. And you guys have here the Six of Spades, you have the King of Spades, you have the Ace of Diamonds, and the Four of Hearts. So again, very big on air here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and we also have Earth again. So that's that. Possible water. So yeah, very big today on air, fire, and is it all signs? Yeah, I think so. But yeah, so starting here with the Ace of Diamonds. The Ace of Diamonds, this is something that is very solid. This is something that is here to stay. This is something that is hard to kind of break. So this is something you want to go for. This is something you want to get. But this, like the Ace of Diamonds here, clarifying the Page of Wands and the Six of Pentacles, as if somebody here, because one of you is not, maybe is coming off as not taking this serious. Say if your person is not giving anything back, it's coming off as somebody who's not taking things serious, and therefore this whole solid, strong, grounded offer that has a lot of potential for the future, or to create something out of this, is being wasted, is not being taken like the proper advantage of. And so here you are in an energy of stagnation here with the Page of Wands, in an energy of confusion and loss, and not having a certain direction. I'm gonna say this again, I'm getting this sense here that this is like on both sides, as if both sides want to continue this, want to create something out of this, but somebody has to, have some balls to kind of come forth or come forward and kind of, take the lead on this. Because with the Six of Spades here, this is exactly what I'm talking about. The Six of Spades on the original deck, you kind of see a guy or a man kind of leading a woman and a child towards safety, and in a way that kind of represents somebody needing to take the lead to kind of lead this whole situation to safety. And with that, the Six of Spades here also clarifying the Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, This is talking about teamwork. There cannot be emotions coming from one side because everything, like everything that is shown up here, is telling me that there's something that feels very one-sided. Somebody is being very secretive. Somebody's being very protective. If anything, maybe scared. If anything, maybe inexperienced, not able or not doesn't know how to kind of show their feelings, doesn't know how to give back, doesn't know how to kind of respond to whatever is being given to them, and they have to step up. They have to take the lead, because if this is not gonna, like, if they're not gonna do that, there's something here that is going to be wasted. With the Four of Hearts, again, talking about somebody who's coming off as very bored, coming off as someone who's like, who doesn't know what they want. This is the Four of Hearts is talking about something being offered to you, but you're too busy thinking about something or someone else, or maybe overthinking the situation, that you're kind of wasting this opportunity. And here with the King of Spades, I feel like what your person thinks you think about them. If you are somebody who's not, you're like, there's minimal communication here, you're not talking to them at all, or you're being a bit, holding back, putting up a wall between you two. I feel like that's mostly because they understand, due to their lack in, the situation, or, giving into, or putting effort into the situation. There will come a point, or maybe you're already at this point of, kind of cutting them off, because at the end of the day, you're kind of looking for your own stability, your own emotional stability. And if this is not going to go anywhere, this is not going to lead anywhere, you're not going to waste any more time or effort into this. So rightfully so, like, what you're doing is what's pushing me away. In a way, they kind of understand that maybe they're pushing you away. That's talking if your person is the one that's holding back. Again, I can't pinpoint exactly who's holding back and who's not, but because we're talking about what your person thinks you think about them, I'm getting the sense here that this Six of Pentacles in reverse is your person, and that this whole love is coming off more from your side. Though from the whole reading, I am getting that this is on both sides. It's just that somebody is having a hard time kind of expressing that or putting that out there, and they need to build the courage to kind of come forward and lead this towards what it truly deserves here. So basically, group one, what your person thinks, I feel like they kind of know that they know how you feel about them. They know that you want more out of them. Either they're scared, or maybe they feel like they've already wasted an opportunity with you. Maybe now they're contemplating their decisions. Maybe they're contemplating their actions. Maybe they're blaming themselves. But there's a, like, at the end of the day, there's a lot of clarity for why there may be a holdback, or why this whole situation has not moved forward, and why there's a lot of stagnation when it comes to you and them. So they kind of understand that, but they also know your true feelings for them. But I'm not exactly sure why your person is holding back. But they do know why you're kind of pulling away, or why this whole situation is not working out. And I don't necessarily feel like your person thinks that you think anything bad of them, or horrible of them. If anything, you are the one who's holding back. They may not be exactly sure how you truly feel about them, and maybe secretly you're hoping for more. If that's talking, if you did not kind of show your feelings, or express anything, or say what it is that you wanted out loud here. So there's a lot of confusion coming from your person's part, thinking that you maybe are not that interested. And again, with the whole reading, kind of reverse anything and everything. And yep, that is all for you, group one. We don't have messages here for you today. I'm not sure what messages would play part in this whole reading anyways. So that would be all. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. And if you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, you can always subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hey, group two, if you guys chose turquoise, then welcome to your reading, and let's get right into this. So we have here the Six of Swords, we have the Eight of Swords, Ace of Wands, Four of Wands, Justice. We have the Ten of Cups in reverse, Seven of Cups, and Ten of Wands reversed. Okay, very interesting. So before we get into this, as usual, we have here Libra. We actually have a lot of air: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have fire, and we have water. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So let's get into this. Okay, so I see here the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Cups. We also have Justice. So this is all about, contracts, commitments. But then you have here the Ten of Cups in reverse. Right off the bat, I can tell that there is somebody here who's not like who does not want to commit. And I feel like because we're talking about like what your person thinks you think about them, I hope that does not get confusing along the reading. I feel like you may be the one they see you as someone who's like kind of hesitating to possibly commit, or you have a maybe a very pessimistic view on the on when it comes to the long term of this whole situation between you two, if you ever decide to turn this into a relationship, say here. So I feel like on your part there's a sense of hesitation, maybe a hesitation to kind of jump into this, because with the Ten of Wands here being in reverse, I feel like there may be a lot of differences between you two, or you feel like going into this, you're gonna have to face a lot of struggles, or maybe you two together are going to have to go through a lot, or maybe compromise or do whatever it takes to make this happen or make this successful. Because like here, the Ten of Wands in reverse, upright as is, this is somebody who's holding a lot of burdens. This is a lot of responsibilities. This is a lot of struggles to kind of get through. Reverse that, and that does not change anything. If anything, it just triples it. Double the trouble, double the triple the responsibilities, the hard work. Like whatever you have to get through in order to make this work. And I feel like these differences, maybe these like wands are obviously going to differ from for each one of you. Maybe these are differences between you two. Maybe this person here with justice has like this is somebody who hurt you in the past, and maybe they're trying to come back, so trying to convince you. You already can see why things may not work out, because in the past you've been through a lot, you've carried a lot, a lot has happened, and you know that you're in order to kind of go through this or make this work again, you're going to have to put in, triple, quadruple the work or the effort in order to make things work here with the Four of Wands. I also see here the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So, like, the first thing that I get from this, yes, I can see that your person sees that you are in your head, or you're kind of hesitant, or you don't know what the future of this may be. But at the same time, I also feel like your person is almost confused themselves for why you're acting the way you are or the way you do, because I feel like they're having a hard time understanding your thought process, understanding your actions, maybe why you're holding back. Because I also see here the Four of Wands, I see Justice, and the Six of Swords. So, what these three cards have in common is balance. I feel like when it comes to your person, they may have a lot of reasons in their head, or maybe not even reasons. Like in their head, they see why this would work out, they see why this would be something beautiful, they see why you should go forward with this. But I feel like then there comes this other part here with the Eight of Swords, Seven of Cups, Ten of Wands, Ten of Cups, and Ten of Wands. There may be a lot of reasons in your head for why things may not work out between you two. So I feel like in terms of like thought process, you are in two different worlds, where one person maybe is willing to kind of take a chance on this, but the other is not. Also, group two, feel free to reverse the roles. If you feel like you are the one who wants to commit to this and your person is not, you can just reverse everything, and you can like easily your person may be easily the one who's like in their head, who's hesitant, who's holding back, and they may see that you see that or understand that about them, but they also see that you don't understand, like fully understand their actions or what they're doing. So basically everything I said, you can just reverse it and apply it to however it resonates with you or fits your scenario, because obviously this is general, this may not be exactly the way it is for everyone. So yeah, I feel like when it comes to your person, they may be seeing that there's a lot of reasons for why this may work out, but when it comes to you, there may be a lot of reasons for why it may not. So you're kind of holding back, because also here, like the Six of Spades is kind of walking away from justice, almost like getting away. And that what that tells me is that I feel like because you're two in your head, what they see here, they feel like you're hesitant, you're holding back, you don't see a bright future for this. You're kind of confused, or you may be somebody who has a lot of options in their life, and you feel like maybe this whole situation with your person here specifically is not worth it, because you know like basically you have a lot of options. Well, why go through this again, or why go through this one specific path? So you maybe instead you're trying to stay in your comfort zone. You're headed towards what makes you feel safe. You're not willing to jump into something maybe blindfolded, or jump into something you don't know what the future holds for. So that you're holding back a lot. You're not confident about this, what they see you think about them. So from where they're coming, they're very confident, but from where you're coming, I feel like that you're holding back. And I feel like partly for those of you who this person may have hurt in the past, they may have an idea or reasons for why you may not want to jump into this again. But for others of you, I feel like they don't have the full picture for why you're acting the way you are, or you're doing the things that you're doing. So basically why you're holding back here. um but yeah, basically, I feel like one party wants to commit, but the other is kind of holding back and is hesitant because of, with the Seven of Cups here and the Eight of Swords, what these two have in common is like illusions. These fears, these thoughts that are in your head may not all be real. They just maybe that just that fears, things that are not there. But I feel like there's also still that part that is hesitant to kind of jump in and check for yourself whether these are illusions or actually facts that are there. So yeah, also with the Ten of Wands, I kind of sense that there may have been reasons or things that happened in the past that give you a reason for, that are not all illusions, but for why things may not work out. But on top of that, the fear is kind of creating maybe illusions, or exaggerating the reasons for why this may not work out. So yeah, let's further clarify. And you guys have here the Four of Diamonds, you have the Seven of Hearts. Oh, you have the Seven of Hearts and the Seven of Cups. You have the Two of Spades, and you have the Four of Spades. Okay, so with the Four of Spades, I feel like your person looks at you as someone who's really taking their time to kind of think through this, to think about this whole situation. This is talking about holding back. Eight of Swords, holding back. Six of Swords, kind of staying in your comfort zone, not willing to get through this. And you also have here, the Two of Spades, also talking about hesitation, delays, and protecting one's heart. You have a blindfold and a blindfold here. So there are things that you're fearful of taking the blindfold off here, and facing the reality of the situation. And from where I'm looking at it, I feel like if anything, that may be a fear of the future, what the future holds, the failure of this whole situation between you two. So maybe you'd rather hear, wow, this is working out so well. With the Four of Diamonds, to kind of stay in your comfort zone and not go through this, and hold on to what the reasons that the facts that you already have. Maybe for some of you, the past, what the past showed you. Maybe your person is not giving you enough reasons to kind of show you that the future is going to be something else or something different. Also here with the Seven of Hearts, showing up twice, Seven of Cups and Seven of Hearts, I feel like your person may be looking at you as someone who has other options. Maybe you have other people in your life. That this doesn't have to be talking about illusions and just the reasons for why not. You may have other people in your life, and like I said earlier, maybe instead of kind of going through this, maybe you do have feelings for this person, but you feel like the differences are too much. So why jump into this when you know that there are possibly other people out there, or easier relationships, or maybe even better relationships in your head. So basically, I feel like your person looks at you as someone, as in they're not the only one who is in your life. You can easily maybe replace them. You can find other people, and that's why I said earlier, I feel like they want you, but they also don't get the full picture of why you're actually denying them, or you're not willing to go through with this. Others of you, they may have some reasons are in their head for why you're holding back, but for the most part, I feel like there's a lot of confusion here. Other than that, I do believe that they may be thinking that there are other people in your life, or you just overall think that this is not worth it, worth the struggle, worth the fight. So you'd rather maybe hold back, think about this, check your options. But for the most part, I feel like you're just, taking your time thinking about this because you're hesitant, and, you're not too sure about the success of this whole situation, whether they gave you a reason for that or not. So, yeah, today we're not pulling any messages for you guys, so we're just gonna stick with this. So, basically, what they think you think about them is that you're not sure that things are going to work out with them in the future. And for that reason, and because they're not giving you possibly enough reasons, you're deciding to kind of hold your ground and stay where you are. What you know is safe. Hold on to the information that you already know about the situation. Are there illusions? Are there, unnecessary fears? Yes, possibly. I do see that. I feel like your person thinks that there are unnecessary fears here, but also I feel like your person may have time to kind of go through this, and maybe on your part, you don't have time to waste. So this is like, it may be easy for them, but it's not easy for you. Again, there's like a whole difference in terms of like thought process. What's easier for them is not easy for you. What is good for them is not good enough for you. So that there could be differences in terms of that. So that is all for you, group 2. Let me know how you guys felt about this reading. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And as usual, it's always up to you to subscribe or not. And if you want to see more in the future, you can always do that. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hey, group 3, if you guys chose Amethyst, then welcome to your reading. So let's get right into this. And you guys have here the 10 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, the Magician, 2 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and 3 of Swords. Okay, so right off the bat, I can tell there's a lot of air here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We also have Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But we also have more cards to come, so stick around. Okay, so today we're looking into what your person thinks you think about them. I can, like, looking at these cards, I see here the 10 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 7 of Swords. You can tell that there was a tough ending here. There's something really hurtful in the past. And I say in the past because I do see the 4 of Swords and the 3 of Swords here in reverse. The 10 of Swords also represents something that ended, that is no longer here. So I see separation, basically, possible breakup. And whatever happened here really broke your heart, or maybe both your hearts. But if we're talking about what your person thinks you think about them, I see here the 7 of Swords and I see the Magician, but they're both in reverse. So what that is telling me, I feel like for a lot of you, this person was the reason behind this heartache. Obviously, not only because of the separation, but I feel like they may have, with this being in reverse, it's like lies being exposed, somebody being caught. You seeing the true, somebody's true face, you being seeing the truth of the situation. So with that comes a lot of realizations and a lot of clarity regarding everything that has been happening, or everything that you've been going through here. So there was a lot of clarity right off the bat. I can tell that your person may think that you don't see them in the most positive light because of something that they've done in the past, including maybe lies, deceit, cheats, maybe keeping secrets from you, hurtful secrets, maybe bad intentions towards you. Whatever came to light does not put them in the most positive, image or light here. And I feel like that's the first thing they kind of think that you think about them. Now, other than that, I see here the 4 of Swords in reverse, and I think for you, group 3, you kind of took there was a period of time. I'm not sure. I can't tell that this is for all of you. Obviously, this is gonna vary, but I feel like for a lot of you, you kind of went into a period of, isolation. Nobody was like this, especially this person was not hearing anything about you, not knowing about you. But having this in reverse, I feel like now you're kind of out of that. You kind of took a period for yourself to kind of a period of restoration, regaining balance, regaining understanding, or going over everything that happened between you two. But I feel like at this moment in time, it seems like you're out of that, because you're out of that isolation. I feel like you're now more out there. I see here the 8 of Pentacles in reverse and the Magician in reverse. So sometime in the past, either both parties or you here really try to make things work. I see a lot of effort that was put into this. I can already tell that this was something that you did not want to go this way. You did not want to end. Maybe for the longest time you have been holding on to. Maybe for the longest time you thought that you could make things work. But I feel like at the end there was this realization that the negatives outweigh the positives. That maybe no matter what you do, things may not work out the way you hope they would or you want them to. I feel like if anything, you may have come to the realization that this was hindering your progress. Maybe that this whole situation was going nowhere. Maybe whatever you discovered about this person, you kind of realize it was something that was not going to change. So something here changed your mind about this person. Maybe you went from like dying for them to kind of no, I'm like, what was I thinking? I'd be dumb if I do that. So you kind of retracted, you kind of, pulled away. If for some of you this person broke things off with you, the situation here does not change. I feel like from where I'm looking at it, with the Four of Swords here and the Three of Swords both being in reverse, it's like you came out of that isolation. You're coming off as someone who's healing. You're coming off as someone who's back to putting themselves out there. Now, the question here is, how would your person know that? How would your person know that you're healing? The only thing I can tell here or say, with the Seven of Swords being present, I think that if anything, this person may be either spying on you, asking about you, check out for, mysterious profiles that are checking your stories or anything of that kind. Because other than that, I don't know how this person would know that you're healing or that you're over them unless you guys are communicating and you're kind of telling them that or showing them that. Because I do see here the Ace of Swords. But basically, the gist of this, I feel like your person thinks that you're over them, that you're moving forward. And if anything here with the Eight of Pentacles, back to the Eight of Pentacles and the Magician, I skipped over that. It's like you almost stopped trying. You realized that whatever was happening, whatever you were doing was not going to work out. So you, if anything, it's not that you've given up, but yeah, kind of given up. Like you don't want to try for this. This is something that ended, and if anything, you're almost okay with that. Let things be, leave things be. If we were meant to be together, we're gonna be together. We're gonna come back together. But as for now, you're coming off as someone who's back to you're regaining your life, you're gaining that balance, and again, like I said, you're almost out there here. And I will say here with the Eight of Pentacles, maybe in the past there was more work on one side, because with the Seven of Swords here, I can tell that there may have been somebody who was running, kind of doing a lot of the running, a lot of distracting oneself, not wanting to face the truth, not wanting to face reality, while the other was putting all the effort. And this being in reverse is kind of coming off as everything that was being done, all the work that has been done or given to this whole situation, or maybe a relationship for some of you, has been one-sided. And a lot of times when things are one-sided, when one of you loves the other more, no, I wouldn't say love the other, if one of you is putting effort into a relationship or a situation more than the other, if things are coming one-sided, things are never going to be balanced, things are never going to work out. It has to be on both sides. And from the looks of it, I feel like somebody was not trying, somebody was running away, while somebody was really putting blood, sweat, and tears into this, and holding on. And if anything, I feel like you kind of got to a point of realizing that this may not work out. Maybe the negatives are outweighing the positives, and it may be possibly best if we kind of let go and leave things be the way they are. Now, I'm not sure if this is your true intention. You may still have feelings for this person, you may really still want things to work out between you two. But what I'm saying, from the looks, like from your person's perception of what you think about them, is that you're healing, you're over this, you're out there, you're done trying. You see them, you see their intention, you see their true face, and if anything, you're over that. Because like, this is somebody who's no longer thinking about this is somebody who's no longer bothering with this is a healed heart, this is somebody who is, if anything, ready to move on. So let's clarify further. We have here the Eight of Diamonds, we have the Joker, Ten of Diamonds, and Five of Diamonds. Yeah, this reading is very, very big on air and earth. Yeah. So, with the Joker here, possible fire. So, we have here the eight. Okay, so starting with the Ten of Diamonds here, I will say, this is coming off as something that maybe had potential at one point. Maybe it looked really beautiful and positive at one point, but I feel like over a period of time, kind of it showed up as something unconventional, maybe something that is not leading anywhere, something that is stopped growing. Maybe there was a future at one point, but now I feel like you got to a point of, no, I don't think that that's happening anymore. If anything, there like we're falling back, we're not moving forward. And with the Five of Diamonds here clarifying the Three of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles, this is exactly what I said earlier. This is, talking about separation. And with the Eight of Pentacles here, and the Five of Diamonds, this is talking about two people who have really been through it. When I said earlier that there has been a lot of work that was put into this, I feel like this is something that you maybe did not want to end, and maybe for the longest time you have been holding on to it. But with these two, like, you can tell that there was a lot that you've gone through, that you went through, like two people, or you on your own. um but it kind of got to a place where, like, I'm done suffering, I'm done with the heartache, I'm done with the pain. Like, let things be, leave it be. If this is meant, if we're meant to go our separate ways, then so be it. And I feel like here with the Joker, your person kind of looks at you as someone who's taking a leap, into, like, a leap forward into the future. If anything, you're not looking back. You're looking forward to new endeavors, to new people, putting yourself out there, taking on a new adventure. And with the Eight of Pentacles here, or the Eight of Diamonds and the 10 of Diamonds, you're more focused on, building your life, building your legacy, building yourself up, making something out of yourself. All this time that was wasted, you're kind of taking power and making up for the time that has been lost, making something out of yourself and growing. And if anything, there's a big focus on oneself. Like, this is talking about focusing on one's own journey, because the Five of Diamonds almost represents, not loneliness, but like kind of going on your own. And with that, you're kind of choosing to grow yourself, grow, what or have an understanding of what works and what doesn't work. And especially after all you've been through. And I feel like that is something you're not ready to kind of go through again. And if anything, you're looking forward to something more stable, something more grounded, something that allows for growth. And basically, what your person was giving you in the past, this is something that you're not going to accept, moving on or into the future. So if anything, I feel like, basically, looking at the whole reading, your person looks at you as someone who's going on their own journey. You're out of isolation, you're on a period of healing. They see that you're out there, they see, or they have a feeling that you're no longer holding on to this, that you're no longer thinking about them. And if anything, they kind of, they're not in the most, positive light, depending on what they did in the past. That's going to vary. It's not necessarily that you see them as a bad person, but maybe just simply you don't see that they are the one for you, or the one that, they no longer work for you. And I feel like that is something they see here. But basically, they see you as someone who's, like, moving forward, taking a leap of faith towards a future, and you're no longer looking back. And again, I'm going to say this again, that doesn't have to be necessarily true. That may not be what you're feeling, but I think that is something you're kind of giving off to your person, especially here with the Eight of Pentacles, showing up twice. It's like this is somebody who is very determined towards the future and working on themselves and making something work. And I feel like with the Joker here being present, and the 10 and 5 of Diamonds, this is not talking about the past. If anything, this is talking about the future. So you're very determined towards your future, towards your growth, towards your own journey. And they are, if anything, something of the past. So yeah, I feel like, so basically, they don't feel wanted, or they feel like they're now completely out of the picture and forgotten, regardless of whether this is the truth or not. So we don't have messages here for you, group 3, or any group here today. So that would be all. If you guys enjoyed this reading, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, it's always up to you. You can subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video, hopefully. Bye.